my name is Cyan D'Anjou. I am a media, installation, sculpture, and performance artist. I tend to create work talking about the future of our world as we implement new technologies, what the effect is on our social dynamics and our social understandings. So my project is called Right to be Forgotten, which is based off of the title of an EU legislation that states that any human being has the right to erase their data offline. And the flip that I wanted to do in this work was challenge our assumption about prioritizing privacy and also investigate what's the difference between the human quality of memory and a computational quality of memory. And what happens if I were to design a world where everything is remembered? We no longer have the function of forgetting, which is something that I believe is inherently human. And so the way that I see this relating to the theme of AI-human multiverse is I like to see this as an alternative reality, a reality where instead of us having the ability to forget, we instead have the ability to hold on to everything. And so the past never fades away. And I would like to explore what type of alternative scenarios, worlds, interactions happen when we live in a situation where everything is remembered. The most important aspect for me is that we investigate what is so unique about our human qualities and what is unique about a computer quality. The project will culminate into two outputs. The first is an experience of having a meal with another person. In this case, it's a meal with myself, and it was a series of meals that I hosted with other people. And the idea is that during these meals, everything is being recorded with video, audio, biometric data, and this is then stored. So what is the experience of having this very everyday, very mundane action with another person, but having this sort of shift in the way that it's experienced? The second output is the installation, which is a sort of data monument of the experience of the past. So those meals that were recorded and that we experienced together are now translated into like 3D scans that are then printed and reproduced over and over. And the installation is a room that people can walk into and see what it feels like to experience memories as something that are unchanged or unchangeable, the way that data is to a computational system. So just like the concept of the project itself, it was really important for me to combine both the very central human experience with the technological aspects. So the first part of the residency was spent on me researching what it's like to share a meal with other people. And so I spent a lot of time going to different formalities of meals, reaching out to different people, meeting people for the first time, and just observing what are some of the key rituals during a meal. And then over kind of the second month, I designed what technologies would best capture the data that I felt had the essence of those experiences. So I wanted something that felt every day. So I had a security camera, which I had a drone that was flying. So I tried to see what kind of situations the drone would react well to. And based on the research about what the technology kind of can handle as a medium, I designed what the final meal experience would be with the people that I invited in my hosting experience. On the other hand, I also, in the same time, was exploring what it means to reproduce this data and information. And I tried a couple of different techniques, from CNC to 3D printing to mold making with silicone or plaster, and eventually came to the process of building the installation. It can be easily reproduced using a silicone mold and plaster. During my conversations with different researchers that I worked with, for example, 𝘍𝘰𝘳𝘨, who is a social scientist at KAIST, and some of the participants that I invited who have a lot of knowledge about tea ceremonies or about different styles of eating, I was able to kind of build a repertoire of the type of level of casualty or formality, and we were able to pick 3 different scenarios to design that all had the same technologies, and I hope that people can see this reflected in the final installation as well.